back. I'm free. I'm going to say that. I'm free. Let's start this thing off right. All praise to the Most High. He's always by my side. I read His word, stay prayed up. I'm His chosen child, walking through the secret garden, praising His name. And I would never sell my soul for the fortune of fame. So you could sub, you could like, don't forget to share. But I'm staying true to me because I know these days that is rare. I'm a mom and a wife, 7 kids up all night. It ain't easy being creative in a big family life, but let's go. Hey y'all know I'm trying to run this clock up, but I wanted to come in and let you guys know that I am feeling a lot better since I have been released from the hospital. I was released, and that's exactly why I wanted to come in and talk to y'all because, ooh, y'all, it's some characters down there, and I wanted to give y'all a quick story time of my trip to the hospital. Man, when I tell you it's some characters in the hospital, boy, just take a trip to the ER and you will see Timbuktu down there. You gonna see you gonna see some of everybody down there. If you go to the ER, especially during the nighttime, you gonna see all kind of gremlins down there. Man, I done ran into folks cussing people out because they didn't call their name or because they didn't hear their name and they got cussed out. I done seen a poor lady at the desk trying to help somebody who was obviously sick, and she trying to help them, and they get mad at her because she not pronouncing their name right. Man, I just wanted some help. I was in pain. I just wanted some help real quick, but it was so much going on down there. And then some of the people that work there, they so busy looking at what's going on the outside and being nosy about what's going on at the security desk that they can't even hardly take it. They can't even hardly take your blood pressure good because they peeping over there to see what's going on over there. Man, when I tell y'all I'm so glad to be back at home, I don't care what nobody say. I do not like hospitals. I can't stand hospitals. It's like you're in a jailhouse, I tell you. Whew. Then when you get back there, they sit you in the hallway somewhere. You're just sitting there. You just laying in the hallway in pain or whatever going on with you. Cause I saw somebody look like they having convulsions or something. They rolled them in the hallway. I wish I was a doctor or something. I would have tried to help them, like at least get them to a stable state first or something. Y'all just rolled shot in the hallway. And some people were having, as you could probably tell, some mental breakdowns or mental issues. And I just felt like the way they were being handled was a little bit like, you could tell the hospital staff, they must be used to it. They got to be used to it because they have gotten so kind of like nonchalant about it. Like I said, you got folks down there cussing each other out and everything, cussing other patients out. What? Why not, as soon as you see them getting hostile with another patient, why not have them go to another area, or why not have another area designated for those that may be experiencing like a mental breakdown or a mental issue, so that way to give them space and them time to calm down, and plus the other patients that are already obviously there for a reason and sick, maybe they won't feel so intimidated or whatever. All this because I had low white blood cell count, and they gave me some shots that doggone triggered me, and all my bones and stuff was hurting, and nobody told me that that was a side effect. Nobody told me that was a side effect of getting all them doggone shots. I had to get 3 shots. I had to go in and get the first one. I was feeling okay after I got that first one. And I was just a little achy and sleepy. Lord, when I got that second shot, I could hardly walk. My chest was hurting. Right in the middle, what, your sternum. Yeah, my sternum was hurting. And it went down to my ribs, down to the lower back, and my hips. I was in so much pain I could barely move. And I was crying in pain because I kept trying to be tough, and I keep kicking myself in the butt about that. Like, stop trying to be tough all the time. If you need help, just say you need help. But, you know, we're living in a world where some people just feel like You shouldn't ask for help. And I was just talking about that on my last live. It's crazy. Like, I just don't get that. Like, we have conditioned each other to feel like we're not supposed to say, hey, I'm in a vulnerable state right now. I might need a little help, or hey, I'm not feeling well. I need a little break. No, we're teaching each other that you just gotta keep pushing through. Yeah, my little dumb tail self tried to keep pushing through, and man, I tell you, I couldn't even hardly get up. I couldn't hardly move. I was screaming in pain. Keep in mind, nobody told me that this was a side effect. Man, I get down to the hospital. I see the police escorting in a naked man with a breathing machine on. I'm like, man, I hope he all right. Because you got to be in a bad place to be wheeled into the hospital bare naked with a breathing mask on, like an oxygen mask on. So I'm like, oh my God, I hope he all right. I hope he all right. Soon as I'm sitting there saying I hope he all right, then somebody else, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying in the chat. What did you do? But yeah, hi. Hi. Welcome to the chat. I was just sitting here discussing my very weird, awkward moment in the ER. Uh, it was an episode, put it like that. And good thing I had my headphones, but for a while I couldn't even get my phone because they're going under the C-19 guidelines again, so no family members could come back, and my husband had my phone. But so I'm sitting back there, finally get my headphones so that I can kind of like just get away from all the chaos that's going on out there. The doctor come up to me. What brings you in today? Like I'm asking for a happy meal or something. She's smiling. Well, what brings you in today? I could barely talk. I could barely walk. I'm doing okay now, but it's just because the nurse at the doctor's office. Now I called the doctor's office when I started having pain, and they told me to go into the ER. Then the nurse at my doctor's office called me today after I'd been through all of this and tell me, oh, when we gave you your shot, you were supposed to take a Claritin behind it. Like, if they would have told me that, I would have been doing that the first day. A Claritin, I was like, I thought that was an allergy medicine. Oh yeah, you should take a Claritin when you take this shot. Why didn't you tell me that? So I'm doing okay now, but I'm still like every once in a while having like spasms. And I really think it wouldn't be this bad if they would have told me when I got the first shot. They gave me these shots because they said my white blood cell count was too low. That was all they told me. They said it was going to help boost my white blood cell count. And they really don't communicate much with me down there, and I don't like that. I really just like the front desk at my oncologist. They're really nice, and it seemed like they understand that people are coming in there with their different issues, so they're real nice in the front in the triage area. But once you get to the infusion room, the people in the infusion room are so rude and so nasty. It's ridiculous. And I want to go to another doctor so bad, but ever since they started this whole, I don't know, they call it Obamacare. It's some, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it sucks. Now I can't even go to a different oncologist until like November, until they have something like the, what you call it, open enrollment or something like that. What the heck? For somebody that's been working since they was 15 years old, I shouldn't have to go through all this for decent medical care. This is ridiculous. Like, who came up with this crap? I'm in a hospital full of people that didn't even want to be there. These nurses didn't even want to be there. They was paying attention to, like, every time the police came in with somebody, they were more concerned about the police. They were like flirting and everything. Yes, I have a lot of kids. I have seven. I have seven kids, two sets of twins, and three singletons. And I think that was the only reason why I was actually fighting at first. So fighting cancer is really hard already, but I feel like it's a mentally it's mentally challenging for me because you have other women telling me I don't need to take a break and be tough, tough it out. And when you're a mom and you're still doing mom duties, yes, I have seven, two sets of twins and three singletons. I'm in my 40s, so yeah, I'm old. I'm old, and I thought I was going through the change, but nope, it was another set of twins. And to be quite honest, I think they could have found out that I had leukemia when I had my twins. They just dismissed it. They just really dismissed it. I know, right? Wow. When I had my second set of twins, I had some issues, and I actually coded after I had my boys. And they said my white blood cell count was high then. Okay, so why did nobody, dig deeper into that? So that means they could have found out that I had cancer a year earlier if they would have just did further testing. But they just kind of chalked it up to, oh yeah, you probably bled out a little bit because your white blood cell count is high, and that's it. And then they sent me home right after I had just coded and had a C-section. So yeah, I've had my experiences of being in the hospital, and this last time I went to the hospital was the worst. I live a long way from the hospital, so for me to actually, say, okay, let's go to the hospital, that's a lot. Because when you're in the country, anybody who lives in a rural country area knows that if you have an emergency, the number one rule is start driving. Start driving. If you know of anybody that stays in like a really country area, they could tell you that the number one rule is you have an emergency, start driving. So we started driving and went to what we thought would be the best hospital to stop at. And if I would have known that, I would have kept riding. Because, I mean, that hospital was too ghetto for me. I have chronic myeloid leukemia. So, yes, I have cancer in my blood. Good evening, Tamika Davis. I was just sitting here talking about my experience at the hospital. It was it was quite interesting to say the least. It was quite interesting. I had to deal with a lot of rude medical staff, and I had to deal with a lot of other patients not caring that they were there just to get a high. No, I'm okay, but thank you a lot, April Smith. But I'll be fine. Um, I have kind of got to a point now where I'm okay with it. When I was first diagnosed, I was really upset. I went through like a emotional roller coaster. Like, I went through a moment of sadness. I went through a moment of guilt. I went through a moment of being angry with the Most High God and questioning why me. But then after a while, I was like, you know what? It is what it is. That's pretty much the only way I can describe it. I was okay after a while. But now I'm at a point where now I'm okay with it. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just trying to live by the golden rule of treat people the way I want to be treated and try to love and live as much as possible. Try to do all the things that I wish I would have done a long time ago. Just for anybody out there that's going through anything, I'm pretty sure they might understand what I'm trying to say. Um, but I've learned that life is not about materialistic things. Like life is not about pleasing other people. Your life is about what you do with it. What did you do? Did you cause people to smile or did you cause people to cry? Like, did you live out your dreams or did you keep putting them off because of what other people would think of you or what other people would say? If you have a dream of doing something, I say do it. Because I wish I would have done a lot of things earlier. Oh no, Grow Joyfully Homestead. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Grow Joyfully Homestead, I'm sending my condolences to you and your family. You're such a peaceful being, and I really enjoy your calmness. I need a little calmness in my life sometimes. You know what? You say you're broken, God is going to be there with you through every step of the way, and I'm praying that He gives you the strength to build you up during this time. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really, really just want God to be with you and put His loving arms around you and give you the strength that you need day by day by day. The pain is not going to go away, but the Most High God, He will assure you, He will assure you that He is still with you. He's going to send you little signs to let you know that He's still there and your mom is still there too, with you and waiting for you. That's that's what I tell myself all the time, that if anything happens to me, of course I want to go peacefully. Of course I want to go when I'm older in age. But if anything happens to me, I know that I have some loving people on the other side waiting for me. And they're watching me to see what I do. Oh, April Smith, I hope that that's the God that you see in me. I hope that that's the God you see in me. I just try my best to live right and do the right thing all the time. And we never know when something may happen to us or to somebody we love dearly. So the best thing we could do is try to love as much as we can while we can and try to do all the things that we really want to do as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Grow Joyfully said, "You can't go. We need you." Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I try to inspire those that may be going through or that may know somebody that's going through. Thank you, April Smith, for joining me. And I hope that you will come back and visit Renee's Secret Garden sometimes. I'm not always so down and out, but I try to laugh and dance and be playful as much as possible. So keep on smiling, April Smith. And God bless you too. Oh, grow joyfully, homestead. I try. Sometimes it's really hard. Um, because the more, and I think I said this in another video, it seemed like the more I'm trying to be positive and uplifting, and the more I pray, I've noticed that the more that I'm getting attacked. It's really weird because it's almost like it used to be a time where you couldn't see when you was getting attacked. You would think about it later like, oh my goodness, that was something to stop me from my destiny, or that was in the way of my destiny. And then when you get older, you start realizing it right away. You see it. You see the signs, you see what's going on, and you catch it like, oh my goodness. As soon as I started getting into my scripture, as soon as I started praising the Most High God, as soon as I started praying more, then this happened, then this happened. If it's not one thing, it's another. And battling a sickness and having a family is harder than what others think. I have people that, criticize my every move, but it's easier to tell people what to do than to do it. Um, like you would have people telling you, "Oh, I wouldn't be eating this, or I wouldn't be eating that." It's easy. It's easier said than done when you're not in the same position as the other person. Oh, I wouldn't be crying over this. I wouldn't be crying over that. It's easier said than done. Do you like listening to music, Grow Joyfully? I have found that music is a big help for me, and it keeps me going. Maybe that's just me. Yes, people don't realize that it's easier to say somebody could do something, but to be in that person's position is totally different. Oh my goodness. My bones starting to hurt again. I wish they would have told me that I could have taken a Claritin when I took that first shot, because now that they have given me 3 shots, now it's like excruciating pain. And woo, I just wish I had a doctor's office that was a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more, I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I wish they would actually communicate with me better with what's going on with my health. I wish I didn't have to ask specific questions. Oh, you can't listen to music. Well, I can understand why though. You said make you cry. I can understand that. Because some music will make me get emotional also. I'm sorry I keep on like having these little spasms, y'all, and it's the pain. Um I'm trying my best to do good and to fight through this. They told me that taking this Claritin is going to help with the bone pain and the spasms. I wish I could tell you guys the name of the medicine that they gave me in the shot. When I look at my papers, I'll tell y'all, because I'm trying to put information out there that people may not know, just in case they're going through the same thing I'm going through, and they won't be caught off guard like I was. You wish you could make me feel better. I just I just enjoy watching some of your videos. They're so peaceful and calm. I just go back through some of your videos and just watch, even if I don't say nothing. It's just so peaceful and calm. Even when you show like your greenhouse area, it's just so calm. And you be thinking that it's like a mess or a wreck or whatever. And I'm like, you just don't understand. It's so calming just to see all the greenery, all the starts you got going on. And what may look like this organization to us may be something totally different to somebody else. I just love to watch things growing. And I'm pretty sure you understand because you have a lot over there. I know you. understand. Oh, I really hope that I can put a smile on your face sometimes. I know some people will say my dancing videos are too much or something, but I really want to help people that may be going through anything, not just cancer, just anything, any type of chronic illness or any sadness. I think that watching somebody who's going through something um, push through can help. Hey, Yime. Uh, hey, Yime. I'm sorry I keep grunting and everything, y'all. Hopefully my pain will be better tomorrow. I just started taking the Claritin today, and I wish they would have told me to take the Claritin. Ooh, it seemed like it's getting worse. I wish they would have told me to take the Claritin the first time I took the shot. Thank you. I'm glad I put a smile on your face. That's what I aim for. I love making people laugh and smile. I always have been kind of silly. And I always try to see a joke in everything. So sometimes I might see something. Like I could be in a store and I might see a wig and I'm like, ooh, I want to get this little cheap wig just so I can like play with it and stuff. Just so I can like dance around the house and everything. So, ooh, these bone pains, they're okay now, but the first day they were so bad. I mean, I felt like I was having a heart attack, and then I felt like I was having a baby. And then when I got down to the hospital, the people in there were so rude and nasty. I said, not this again. I told my husband I wish we would have drove that extra, maybe 35 minutes. I stay so far in the country. It's like when we first wanted to move into the country, they told us it was a nice family up the road. Told us if you ever have an emergency, just get in the car and go. That was, they said that was the number one rule out there. Don't wait for 911 or nothing like that. Just get in the car and go. And that's what we did. Yeah, these pains are crazy. So that's what we did. We just got in the car and started going. And my husband was driving so fast because I was feeling like I was having a baby in the passenger seat. And I wish I could have, now that I look back on it, I wish I could have documented it just in case anybody else has this shot. And like I said, I might post another video where I show the name of the shot. I know it was on my paperwork from when I first got it. But when we got down there to the hospital, the security guy, he was actually nicer than some of the nurses. He saw my husband trying to get me out the car, and he was telling my husband, wait, wait, we're going to get a wheelchair. We're going to get a wheelchair. And they got me a wheelchair. And y'all, I do not like being in wheelchairs. But they got me in a wheelchair, and they got me on back there. And then something started happening at the front while they had me in triage. Somebody started fighting in the waiting room. They were cussing and screaming and saying, get your hands off me. Don't you touch me. And all that. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, no. Not while I'm in here, please. And the one girl that was taking like my vitals, she was like, girl, this all the time. This all the time. And she just was nice about it because she was still focused on what she was doing with me. And I was even telling her about how I want to one day take a cruise. And we had a nice little conversation. So that calmed me down a little bit. I think when my mind go into a happy place, it calms my blood pressure and my pulse rate down. I've had so many bad experiences. Grow joyfully. I've had so many bad experiences with hospital staff that is ridiculous. And it's like they're so comfortable with it. Like they've been doing it for so long that they don't even feel like they have any repercussions. Like they're so mean and nasty to people down there. And even at my doctor's office, it's like the front office, the triage area, they're all fine. They're beautiful people. They're always greeting you with a smile. They always ask you if you're having a good day. And I think it's because they understand that people are coming in there with their different problems. It's the oncologist, so you already know what that means. This is the freaking cancer doctor. So why would I treat these people mean hearted that's coming in here? But when you get into that infusion room, baby, it's another story. It's another story. And at the hospital, it was the same way. It was like the security guard was like more helpful than the staff, the actual medical staff. They standing around talking to each other about something that happened earlier that day. Then they cussing each other out because one of them came into work late. Then when I got to the back, they were wheeling in people who were having like psych breakdowns in the same area. You had one man, he took his shoes off and it stunk up the whole floor. Like, what? I was like, I'm not even sick that way. I'm not even sick to the stomach, but he's gonna make me sick to the stomach. And Grow Joyful like, let me out. You gonna get him. And oh Lord, I was in so much, I was in so much pain. I was like, please don't tell me I'm gonna have to fight while I'm in. I'm not, I'm not ready to be fighting while I'm in pain. But I'll do it, and then I have to, like, rest afterwards. Like, don't get me wrong, people with cancer, we still can defend ourselves. We just might have to take a nap afterwards. That's all. Yeah, he's, oh my goodness, he took his shoes off and the whole unit was stinking. One of the nurses came down the hall and was like, what is that smell? Another nurse said, your favorite patient back. So he must come in there all the time. Oh my God. Oh my God. And he had a trash bag full of like clothes and stuff. Like, really? Oh my God. Then they tried to escort him out because they found out he really wasn't even sick. He was just down there, just, I guess, to get a bed or something. I don't know. They had him escorted out and he cussed the police out. And the police was so calm about it. He was like, come on, man, you gotta go. Come on. Come on. You gotta go. That's just, I had a rough time at this hospital, y'all. This was one of those experiences where it's like a movie. You don't believe it until you see it. Yime. Took his shoes off and it stuck up the whole house. See, I wasn't even sick to the stomach though, but when the guy did that, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, praying couple cooking series in here. Twirling in. We know that's Miss Bling to my twirling in. Twirling in with love, sis Renae. Oh, Miss Bling, with what all y'all going through, you and DJ Vince over there, y'all just enjoy y'all time out. Y'all going through a lot as is. Don't even apologize for no internet connection or nothing. You don't have to apologize for that. Y'all going through enough. His socks was still on. Oh my goodness. Yes, Praying Couple Cooking Series is in here. Y'all know that's like my favorite couple on YouTube because they're a positive couple, they're a prayerful couple, but they still have fun. And I like that. I really enjoy that because you don't see that too much these days on YouTube. You see a lot of people that's just chasing a check and chasing the numbers, and they willing to do anything to get it. But Miss Bling and DJ Vince, they stay true to what they've been doing since I first subscribed to them. It's all about, like Miss Bling say, it's all about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And like I say, they gonna pray. They gonna teach you the word of God, but at the same time, they gonna have fun, 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 and they like giving to people. Like they just like to give and spread joy, and that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, at at the end of the day, when it all boils down, ain't nothing else gonna matter. But what did you do with your life while you was here? What did you do? Did you spread the goodness of the Most High? Or did you walk around frowning all the time and mad at other people? And did you do people wrong and dirty? Or did you just love on people and do the best that you could do? Boy, when I saw some of those folks down at the hospital, I just said, Lord have mercy. I couldn't hardly say much as just, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It was so much going on that I couldn't even rest. The doctor said, well, we're going to take you down to the CT scan, but it's going to take a while. So try to rest, because they knew I was having real bad pain, because when I have the pain, when I have the pain, my blood pressure go up. So they were looking at my blood pressure and they say, well, we want you to try to rest up. They said, I want you to try to rest up um, until we can get you down to the CT scan. And I said, okay. So I tried to rest, tried to get a little rest in. My nurse came to me with my phone and she said I was able to contact your husband, but the security guards won't let him in because they're following the C-19 guidelines. So I knew my husband was out there probably having a fit. So she said, but he sent your phone. And I said, Lord, thank you. So I called him. I said, honey, where you at? He said, I'm in the parking deck. They made me get out. They made me leave because they said they not having any guests in there. Oh, my goodness. So the doctor comes over again. Do you think you can get a little rest to calm your my my blood pressure and my heart rate, whatever, down? So I tried to get some rest, and what do you know? Here we go again. Somebody else fighting somewhere. I couldn't see it that time, but that time I just heard it. Somebody's telling them, get out my MF face. Get out my MF face. You don't know me. I said, oh, Lord, these folks gonna be fighting while I'm down here in pain. I can't even hardly stand up for myself. So if they come down here, what I'm gonna do? I started looking around me like, what can I use if somebody come towards me? Cause these folk down here crazy. You know when them folk going crazy, they they be strong. You have to you have to be able to stand up for yourself if they try you. I I feel you said don't get you started on that. I know that's C-19. They could have handled that better too, but I'm not gonna say too much about that. But it's like the pain come and go. When I first started the live, I had just taken a warm shower, so I was feeling fine. My muscles and everything feel fine. And then once I got to talking, and it seemed like the pain come back, but when it come back, it come like spasms. And like I said, I wish they would have told me that this was one of the side effects when they first gave me those shots. I promise y'all, when I get this paper, I don't think this is it though. When I get the paper that says the name of the shot that I received, I'm gonna make sure I post about it, because I don't want anybody else to be blindsided like I was. Thank you, Praying Couple Cooking Series. Thank you for praying for me. And I had asked y'all to pray for me yesterday because of what all I was going through. But I couldn't really say much. I just said pray for me. And y'all so sweet. Y'all just stopped what you was doing. And y'all stopped what y'all was doing and y'all started praying for me. And I really appreciate that. You know what, Grow Joyfully? I think I'll be better, but I wish they would have told me the side effects first, and I wish they would have told me what to do when I got the first shot. The first shot, I was actually going to do a video, and that's why I did the short video with the purple on, because that was when I went in for the first shot. But the reason why I didn't do the full video is because I had a side effect. I had a side effect from the shot, and I went in to take the second shot, and the side effect got worse to the point where I could not walk. And now it's like spasms with pain. But it's a little bit better than it was when I was in the hospital, because now the doctor's nurse called me back and said, "Oh, well, why you didn't tell us?" I did tell them. They just don't listen when you're talking to them. And I actually called their after hours number to let them know that I was having pain. She said, "Well, I hadn't checked my emails yet." This is what the nurse said. Then they called me back and said, "Well, they didn't tell you you were supposed to take Claritin with the shot." Oh, it's okay, Grow Joyfully. I'm gonna be fine. You need to take care of yourself, because right now you're at a point where you're the one that needs all the love and hugs as much as possible right now. And I wish I could send you as many hugs and love. I really wish I could. They just these people just told me at the last minute that I should have took a Claritin with the shot after I'd been through 3 days of being in excruciating pain from my sternum, like the top of my chest, all the way down to my hips. Just pain. Felt like having a baby. I had I had a couple of my kids with no medication, and that's what this pain feels like. It feels like you're having a baby with no epidural, no medicine. And at first, I think they thought that I was exaggerating about the pain. But like I said, when they took my blood pressure, when I started having the like spasms, that's when they realized every time I was having the spasms, my blood pressure would go up, and my right eye started to look like it was drooping. So yeah, now I have my right eye is drooping a little. So they say now that I'm taking the Claritin, all of that should go away. But here I am. I'm still here, so God must need me here for something, right? And is Miss Bling still in the room? Praying couple cooking series. Miss Bling and DJ Vince was on that motorcycle. Did y'all see them on that motorcycle? If y'all not on Praying Couple Cooking Series page, y'all need to get on that page. They was out there on that motorcycle riding. Oh, my brother is in a motorcycle club, and he scares me every time he get on that thing. Both of my brothers. But y'all was just having fun, just riding. Y'all enjoy yourself. Y'all look like y'all having so much fun. Y'all know God made a way for. It's like He gave y'all some light through the darkness, cause y'all was going through some stuff, and it seemed like through it all, y'all still just having fun and just going off to these different places. And I think that is just an example of how God will show up in our life right when we think we're in a moment of despair, a moment of like, what is going on? Why is all this happening to me? Or um, if it ain't one thing, it's another. You know how it go. Right when we think we're in that spot, in that place, gotta use something that was meant to destroy you, meant to just break you down, and he'll use that moment to bless you beyond measure. Something you didn't even ask for. You didn't even ask for a vacation, but something happened, and then you had to go off and spend time away. That was God. That was God saying, you need this time. So you can survive. You know what? And sometimes I think people take my smile as I don't know, cause I smile a lot. So sometimes people think that they could just be, any kind of way with me. And then when I get on their level, then they be like, "Oh, how could you? Oh my goodness, no! I'm just returning. I'm just returning what you gave to me. Return to sender. I am giving to you what thou hast given into me." Now I'm being silly. But I can go there with them, grow joyfully. I can go there with them. I just be trying not to. I be trying to be peaceful and calm. But every once in a while, I have to show them that I'm an old country girl. And one thing about us country girls, we ain't scared to get dirty. We ain't scared to drag you. Yeah, grow joyfully. They be like, "Oh my goodness, why did you say that to me? Oh my goodness, why are you? Cause you went there, so I went there with you." Thank you so much, Jan. You took a moment to pray. Thank you so much, Jan. I really appreciate it. J3GS form. Now that's somebody who might understand what I'm saying about country living. I was telling them, when you stay out in the country, well, when me and my family first decided we wanted to go into the country, it was a nice family up the road told us, if you ever have an emergency, just get in the car and ride. And boy, when I tell you, we got in that car and rode, and my husband, I had to keep telling him, slow down, slow down, slow down. Yeah, motorcycles are scary. My two of my brothers, they're in a motorcycle club, and every time they going off doing something on the road, I'd be a little nervous. Yeah, J3GS, they told us, they said, you have an emergency, you better just get in the car and ride. Because if you sit here waiting for an ambulance or something to get to you, that take up a longer amount of time. Yes, Grow Joyfully needs prayer. Um, she needs she needs prayer to calm her because she's really going through something really bad right now. I told her God is with her, and I know that for sure because of what I've been through. I know that because of what all God done brought me through. And boy, when I tell you, sitting up in that hospital, it'll make you think. It it'll make you think about everything. You gave up the motorcycles when you got married, J3. Yes, please. She She needs it. J3, when you got married and you gave up your motorcycle, did your wife feel special for that? That's a big deal. That's a big deal for a man to give up his two wheels. My husband gave up his ponytail. He had a long ponytail down his back, and he cut it all off. I didn't ask him to. He just cut it. He just showed up one day with his ears sticking out. You're a country girl too, grow joyful. So you know what I mean when I say they tell you get in the car and ride. You're in the country, better get in the car. I got a PO box and somebody said that I didn't get their mail in time. I said I don't go to my PO box every day. I don't go no every day. That's a good little drive. You can't cure stupid. You're right about that. Yeah, J3 did that for his love. I know that's right. But you know what, J3? You say you got tired of her complaining about you riding. That's somebody that really love you. She really love you. My baby brother, my baby brother fell on his bike, and not too long ago, about a month ago. And when I tell you that was one of the worst calls I got in my life, I was in the Walmart, and they said, I forgot what the bikers say. They don't say he was in an accident. They say something else. And they used their term, and I had to ask them, what do you mean? He was all right. He survived, but it was the worst call of my life. Uh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to brace myself. As like I said, these pains they come and go. They was feeling all right when I first got out the shower, but now they starting to come a little bit more back to back. And the Claritin that I took, it helped a little bit where it's not as consistent, but it's like spasms. And when it comes, it's like when the spasms come, they hurt real bad. But I'm a tough cookie, y'all. J3, I'm doing better than I was. I'm doing so much better, and I just know it's gonna get better by tomorrow because they didn't tell me I was supposed to be taking Claritin when they gave me the shot for my white blood cell count. They didn't tell me to go home and take a Claritin because it'll help with the bone pain. They didn't even tell me that I was gonna have bone pain. They just gave me the shot and sent me home. And then I noticed when I went to lay down at night, I was real stiff and I started hurting real bad in my chest. And I thought I was having a heart attack. Thank you. Thank you, J3. Thank you. I gotta say your name the way. I gotta say your name right, Toya. You know I don't just say Toya. Let's talk about it with Toya. Thank y'all. I'm doing much better now. It's just these spasms. And I just really want people to know who might be going through this that if they give you a shot for anything, make sure they tell you if it's anything that can help you with the side effects. Because I asked them a couple of questions and they just didn't answer me. I said, how many times do I have to come back for this? And the lady didn't respond. This was the same lady that was being nasty to me the last time about women shouldn't ask for a vacation or a break from their children. This was the same lady. And I said, how many how many times I gotta get this shot? She still didn't respond. And then I said, well, is the shot gonna do anything? Do it have any side effects? And she still didn't respond to me. She was just real nasty to me. I think she just don't like me for some reason. When I come in, I speak to everybody and I never say much. I put my headphones on. Y'all know I be watching y'all all the time. I'm always sitting there catching up on everybody's little shorts and YouTube videos. So I'm not really bothering nobody when I'm in there. I don't ask for anything. I just like to get it over with and get out. But I asked this lady a few times, was it any side effects? And how many times I got to come back? And she just would not answer me. She started like walking around with a little attitude. And when I got home the next morning, I got a phone call saying, you know, you were supposed to come in this morning for another shot. I said, no, I asked. And they said, yeah, you're supposed to be here already because you got to take it around the same time you took it the day before. Yeah, that's J3GS said everyone needs a break, fathers, mothers, and children. And I agree wholeheartedly. I agree wholeheartedly. And that was the point I was making. You don't want to be in a world where somebody feel like they can't confide in you and say, honey, it's too much. I need a break. I thank God every day that I got the type of husband where I could tell him, honey, I'm tired, or honey, I'm hungry, but I don't have the strength to cook. And my husband is the type where he listens to me and he understands. But I see in the world, I see that we live in a world where people have made it where you're not supposed to say you need a break. And that's why some of these people going through really bad measures to get a break because they can't talk about it. It's like it's a bad thing to say, honey, I'm tired. And the same thing for my husband is I could just see it in his face. I could see it in his face when it's getting to be too much. I don't want my children to think that they're not supposed to say, hey, I need a break. I don't think nobody should live like that where they have to feel like they have to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep going. And then what you're going to be out there and you're going to fall over somewhere because you kept trying to push and push. That's not right. That's not fair to that's not fair to you or your partner or your children. I'm raising a tribe. I want my tribe to be strong, but I also want my tribe to know that they have each other. So if anything happened to me, I want them to know. I want to raise them in a way where they can call their brother or sister or they can call their dad and not feel ashamed to say, hey, I got a bale of hay over here. Can you help me? you know, like I said, I'm a country girl, so we have to ask for help sometimes in different ways. And that's how we make friends where I'm from. Because if you got a friend up the road that got one thing and you ain't got it, or they know how to do something that you don't do, that's how we become friends. We help each other and we not scared to walk up the street or walk up there and say, hey, I got something I need done down here. Can you help me out? Oh, the more I talk, yeah. Oh, Thank you for coming in the room. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, but these spasms getting a little bit worse. I think because the Claritin wearing off. They told me about the Claritin this morning after I done been in so much pain for the past few days from these shots. And they could have told me about the Claritin from day one. If they would have told me that, I would have picked up some Claritin on my way to the doctor's office. And after I got the shot, I would have went on and took the Claritin. But instead, they waited until I done been to the hospital and complained and then called them and complained. And then they called me today and said that it's a side effect from the shot that they gave me because my white blood cell count was too low and I was supposed to be taking Claritin after the shot to relax my muscles and my bones. I I always have thought that Claritin was an allergy medicine. I said Claritin. Thank you for understanding, J3. Thank you, Tamika Davis. Oh, I'm going to be back up and dancing before y'all know it. And then I'm going to be getting on y'all nerves because because I'm going to be dancing so much. Then y'all going to say, won't she see her tail down somewhere? But after I got this diagnosis, I realized that I am somebody that's what I love to do. That's what I enjoy is having a good time and dancing and laughing. When I'm in a bad place, I think back on the times when I was younger and I used to just be cutting up. We call it cutting up, but you don't really be cutting up. But I don't know how to explain it. But where I'm from, we call it cutting up. You just outside and got the grill going, and you just laughing and talking. You got some playing cards, some playing dominoes, you line dancing, and it was just a good time. And I remember those times every time I'm in a bad place, and it make me miss those times. So when I'm feeling bad, I try to recreate. I try to recreate those good times that I got in my head. J3J, you not gonna complain about it? Okay, now you tell me your favorite song, and I'm gonna dance to it just cause you said it. Yeah, that's exactly. Ooh, that's exactly what I think about all the good times I've had. And you know what else? Thank you, Grow Joyfully, for the love. You know what else I said though? I said I'm mad at myself for not keeping up with the good times that I remember. I had stopped because you know how people be looking at you kind of sideways, like there she go dancing and stuff. She thinks she all that, and I just started sitting down because people started acting like I was getting on their nerves or whatever. And then when people heard I was sick, then they wanted me to dance then. And that's another reason why I don't want a funeral. I don't want a funeral. I don't like the fact that when I was doing things, y'all didn't like me. I was getting on your nerves. I was jumping around too much. Then as soon as you hear I got cancer, and then you want to come and like Oh, don't you remember you used to be dancing stuff? And I want to say so bad. Yeah, I remember you used to complain about me dancing and barbecuing and slapping them bones on the table. You don't let others control your mind. I know that's right. Who is that? Who, wait a minute. Who is this in my chat calling me by my nickname? Who is this in my chat calling me by my nickname? Oh my God. Is this my cousin? Is this my cousin? Oh God. No, y'all didn't put my nickname. I know that's family. You know it's family when they say your nickname. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all gonna make me laugh. So since you family in here, cause you said T-Boo, so I know you family. Since you family, I want you to vouch for me. And put in the chat. Have I always been silly? You see what? Oh Lord, can you see me? What? Oh, you see? What you see, Toya? Oh, my nickname. Yeah, that's my family. My family been calling me that since I was a baby. My uncle started calling me that, and everybody started calling me that. Thank you for coming in. I see who you are now. Look at J3 caught on to that nickname quick. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly who you are now. I appreciate you coming in. I was just telling them I had a little trip to the hospital and I went to the most ghetto hospital you could find. And I'm having these little spasms, but I'm better than I was a couple of days ago. A couple of days ago, I was. Mm, oh, thank you. Thank you. Let's talk about it with Toya. I just hope it's the God in me, y'all. See, I always have tried to do right, but life always find a way to slap me upside the head. I always try to do right, but gotta make a way. Oh, you done got me. That's okay. That's that's okay. You know I love my nickname. That's okay. Oh my goodness. What you say, Yam? You think they took me to a psych ward? And when I tell you, I saw them bring that man in there naked with a white sheet over him, and he was doing like he was trying to take that sheet off, and the police was trying to bring him back, and then he had on a oxygen mask, and he was still trying to fight with the police. I said, "Oh Lord, look, grow joyfully." Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah, I always have been a little silly, and I always have loved to like just laugh and dance. But it now that I'm going through this, I wish I would have kept doing what I love to do and not listen to what other people think about me. Yes, yes, and I really appreciate the support. I really do. Oh, I gotta lay back for a second. Yeah, I keep leaning up, laying back. Girl, joyfully, you like my laugh. You know what? And when I was in high school, they used to say, I laugh like a car trying to start. And when they would say it, even though it was supposed to be a joke, I would start laughing even more because it was actually funny. Oh my goodness. They would be thinking they joining me, and I would be laughing with them. Oh my God. That was a different man. The man who had took his shoes, the man that took his shoes off, had like a garbage bag with clothes and stuff in it, and he was just yelling at everybody that walked past him. You ain't gonna do nothing. Give me something to eat. You ain't gonna do nothing. I was like, oh my God. And they had me in the hallway. I was like, why they got me in the hallway? And the little nice little doctors came. It was a lady and a man. They just came over beside my bed and was like, "So what brings you here?" I was looking at them like, "Get me out of here!" Yeah, that was a different man. The other one was naked and like trying to get out of the thing, but I guess the police had kind of strapped his other hand to the bed, but he had one hand free, so he was throwing the sheet off of him. I said, Lord have mercy, you got to be in bad shape to be wanting to expose yourself, and yeah, ain't all that. So I could see if he was like, but he just was like naked and screaming at the police. I don't never want to go back there again, y'all. I hate hospitals. I hate the hospitals. I've been back and forth in the hospitals so many times to the point where I could tell you what hospitals are good for what. And I could tell you right now, that one what I went to the other night. Hold up, yeah. Out of breath. that one, that one what I went to the other night. There go Jen. Easy Street with Jen. That hospital I went to was crappy. Oh my God. The nurses, the first receptionist, I'm not gonna say that because she was excellent. She asked for my name, she asked for my ID and my insurance card. She even asked me if I was okay to walk. And I said, quite honestly, no, because when I have these pains, it it stiffens me up and I can't control it. She said, "Oh, spasms." So so that's how I knew that I was having spasms. And then when I did it again when I was back there when they was doing my EKG, the lady said it again. She said, "She having spasms." Now that was a different lady, so she was like, "She having spasms." Another girl came over there eating like her. It wasn't. It was at night, so it had to be her dinner or something. And I understand when you're in the medical field, you really don't get a break, so you kind of just eat as you go. But she came over there with something that smelled like old, old bathrooms or something. Like, what was you eating, lady? That crap stank. It's like that whole night in the hospital was just a big stanky mess. Easy street with Jen, you probably felt my pain. Ooh. Well, is Coachy still in here? Uh-oh. Is Coochie still in here? Yes, you are able to share um with the chat. Ooh, I am. Yes, you are. Easy street with G. You probably felt my pain. I was down there with all them crazy people and trying to participate in your game, and then they brought me. They I had to stop because somebody came to my door. Let me tell you how ghetto they are. Somebody came to my door and was like, "I'm here to take you down to the CAT scan." He clamped the wheelchair like he was locking it, and then he just walked off. And I was still in the game with Easy Street with Jen. If y'all want to go to Easy Street with Jen channel, she does these like game nights, and she has these like words that you never even heard of before. You got to try to come up with the definition. I was trying my best to be a smarty pants and actually participate. And the people came and said they was ready to take me down to the CAT scan, a CT scan, or whatever you call it. And they just walked off. I got in the chat and I was like, okay, y'all, I gotta go. Because I thought I was gonna go down there. And the guy just clipped the wheelchair and walked off. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not going anywhere. So might as well keep playing the game. And then when they came back to get me, they always ask. Now, I had on this band that says I'm a fall risk or whatever. And it was a thing like on the wall that says that I needed assistance walking. They come back to the wheelchair and was like, "Can you get over here? Can you stop?" I was like, I can try. What's the point in having the bands and stuff saying you're a forest if they still gonna be like, "Can you make it to the chair?" I almost won. I had y'all going for a minute. I had to put my thinking cap on with y'all, G. Yeah, they gave me like now that was the who they was calling the transport. And the nurse that I had, she was all right. And only reason why I want to give her props, the nurse that I had, is because when she realized how upset I was that I was by myself and they was following C-19 guidelines. She went out of her way to find my husband. She went out of her way to call. She asked me what his number was. Uh, I guess it went off and came back on. I don't know. Are y'all still there? Because my thing just went off and came back on. I'm sitting here trying to read the chat. I done put my glasses on. Okay, y'all still here. Okay, yeah, because something just happened. Y'all know I don't do many lives. And when I used to do YouTube, we didn't have all this extra stuff that they have now. So I'm getting used to the new YouTube. Yeah, but I was trying to tell y'all that I really like my nurse because when she saw that I was upset that I was by myself and I could barely speak, I could talk better now. But that night, I was hurting so bad and having spasms so bad that I could barely speak up for myself. So it made me a little scared, a little nervous to know that I was backed up by myself and they could do anything to me or give me anything and they wouldn't let my husband in. And my husband's not a big talker either. So I just wanted at least to have somebody by me who could advocate for me if something happens. And this lady, she asked me, she said, "Dear, what is your husband's phone number?" And when I told her, she went out of her way to not only call him, but to go out and find him by security because security was still giving him such a hard time. And when she came back in, first she said, "Good news, I found your husband, but he can't come in because of the regulations." And then she slid me my phone and said, "But he wanted you to have your phone so you can call him." I just really think that that was really nice of her. So I don't want to take that away from her. She was really nice for that because they saw that I was so upset and like crying because I was by myself. Bye, Tamika Davis. Thank you for coming into my live. I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of lives, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all a update on my night. Well, my stay, my whatever you want to call it, my hospital experience. But I'm not big on doing a lot of lives. I do want to get monetized though. And I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and do what I gotta do. J3GS, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's still some nice people in the world because she could have easily been a butthole. She could have easily just been like the other people and been like, well, oh well, and just walk off. But she didn't do that. Yeah, I don't ever want to go back there again. That hospital sucks. I wish we would have took the extra 30-minute drive and went to another one. The one that I really like is one hospital that I really, really like because they are so caring. And the only reason why we didn't go to that one is because that would have been another 35-minute drive away from this hospital. Yes. And Jen, I think you're a Georgia girl. If you're a Georgia girl, Jen, then I think you probably already know. I think you already know what hospital I was at. It's the biggest trauma hospital here. I know, I know y'all gonna hold me down every time. I just don't like asking for help that much. Easy Street with Jen, I knew you would know. I knew you would know exactly what hospital I was at. It was so many people in there that was not even needing any help. It's like they came in there just to cause confusion and disruption. And it's like the nurses have gotten so used to it to the point where when somebody who really needs help come in, it's like they just kind of shrug the people that really need help off, and they walking around and flapping their hair and popping their gum and cussing and arguing, eating their food right over you. He saved your dad's life. Now this hospital has been great when it comes to saving people life, the doctors, but I really wish they would tighten up and do something about the nursing staff that's in triage, because everybody is not there to cause problems. A lot of us there really need help. I just wanted the pain to stop. I didn't want no special attention. I didn't want no food. I just wanted the pain to stop. I just wanted them to get the pain to stop because I kept feeling like I was having a heart attack. Yum, yum, yum said if I need help, I need to ask for help. I've been I've been trained to not ask for help, and I've been shown in my life that sometimes if you ask people for the help, they use it against you later, or it's like they got something over on you. There have been times where I've needed help and I don't necessarily want to have to ask for it. I would prefer if people just either help me if they see I need help or don't help, because I grew up always having to figure it out. Just figure it out. Just figure it out, people. Now that put it in the chat. Yeah, Renae gonna figure it out either way. You a Gemini. That means you can go either way. Them Geminis can go either way. Oh my goodness. It depends on what day I catch you. Yeah. I I just hate I had to go through all this, but I guess it was meant for me to go through it so that I can um oh, Easy Street with Jen asks, am I getting cramps, spasms? It's like a it's yeah, it's like a spasm. But at first, when I was first having them, it felt more like a squeeze, like a real tight feeling in my chest and around my rib cage. And then When I got the second shot, I believe it was, that's when it started feeling like I was having a baby. Like my hips and the bottom of my back was hurting real bad. And now that I've taken the Claritin for today, I took it earlier today and it helped me a little bit. I was able to sit up in my kitchen and cook a little bit, but I still had to sit in the bar stool to kind of help me. And when I started feeling the pain coming back, I took a warm shower thinking that that would help. And then I said, well, let me get on live and let everybody know that I'm okay and I'm home now. And then the more I started talking, the more the spasms started coming back. So, yeah, it's like a spasm pain, but the doctor said that bone pain is a side effect to the medicine. But I wish they would have told me that because now I've had the shot 3 times without taking anything for it. So now my side effects are worse than what they would have been if they would have told me to take the Claritin the first time. I have some magnesium, but grow joyfully. That's what I was thinking when I was down there at that god awful ghetto hospital. I just wanted the pain to stop. I don't want no special, nothing special. I just want the pain to stop. And just like now, I think the only reason why my pain coming back really bad now is because I took the Claritin earlier today, this morning, so it may be wearing off or something. But when I get it, it's like I can't do anything. Like I can't hardly talk. I can't hardly walk, move. Everything hurts when I have the sharp spasm. I don't know what to call it. Grow joyfully. You must have grew up like I did. And that's what somebody else told me. Asked me why I haven't done the what you call it CBD oil or something like that. Um, like I said, I'm in one of those situations where uh when I do have pain or when I do have side effects, it's taken very lightly. Like they look at me and feel like she's fine. Her hair didn't come out. She's still jumping around and dancing and stuff. So why should we help her with pain, or why should we take her seriously if she say her chest is hurting or her ribs is hurting? And it's like since they can't see my pain, they don't take it seriously. But there is a doctor here that actually gives out a card, but your doctor has to approve for you to go to him. Like they have to give you a referral saying it's okay for you to visit him in order for you to even visit him. Then when you visit him, he has to approve you getting the card. Dr. Jekyll Miss. I wanna I wanna try because well, I don't know because I haven't had this bad of pain until I took them dang on shots. Thank you. I gave I gave you a wrench. That means you can kick anybody out the room who you feel like violating me. You can just click on them and put them in timeout or kick them out. But thank you. I'll be looking out. Yeah, Easy Street with Jen. I wanted to get the card. They have a card. Uh, my son is in the room. My oldest son is in the room. Pack Boy 14. Pack Boy 14 is my son who looks just like me. I'm so proud of him. He's my twin. Y'all go check out Packboy 14. He has a channel. He's trying to start something new. Uh, he's trying to start something where he can have a little hobby to do. And he's really into like anime and comics and books. He's a smart guy for sure. And I think that's why the devil tried to attack his brain. I think the enemy tried to attack my boy's brain because he always have been very intelligent and he's very mature for his age, and he's a brain tumor survivor. That's my boy. He looked just like me too. So if y'all get a chance, check out Packboy 14. And if you look at him, you'll see he looked just like his mama. Yeah, I tried. They said I had to have a medical card so that way if it's ever found on me, even if it's the medical kind, that I would be okay. But it has to be under a certain amount. Yeah, they said that it's good to have the um they say it's good to have the card just in case you have it on you. But even then you still have to have less than so much. I mean, like a little small amount. Let's talk about it with Toya. Say we love your mother. She said hello, Packboy 14. Let's talk about it with Toya. Got where she go to the lake all the time now, Packboy. She goes to the lake. Uh, okay. It's saying that one of my messages may be inappropriate, y'all. They say that your primary care, I was told that your primary care doctor has to give you a referral to the I forgot what he's called, but he's the doctor that's like popular for the medical marijuana here in this state. Your primary care doctor has to approve you to go to him, and then he has to check you out and look over your medical records, and he'll have to ask you a bunch of questions to see if you really need it, and that's how you get it. He will actually provide you with the card if he thinks that you really need it. Thank you. Thank you, Easy Street with Jen. Packboy would like your game nights because when he was little, he used to like to sit and watch like Family Feud and stuff, and he would try to beat them to the answer before they answer it. Packboy is my son who the doctor said he wouldn't probably make it to the age of 12 because he has sickle cell. And my baby is now 22 years old. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. My boy done proved to them time and time again that he don't go by what man say. He go by what God say. And I'm proud of him for that. Y'all, I might not be able to keep sitting up like this. I gotta lay down because my hips hurt really, really bad. Now it's actually gotten worse and worse through this live, and it's getting hard for me to really talk, y'all. It's not that I can't talk, it's that the pain comes so like right behind each other. So my hips is from my sternum to my hip, and it's hurting pretty bad. But J3GS say get off and rest. J3GS always gonna put me in my place. And you know what? I'll take it from him. I'll take that from J3. I like him. He could tell me to go sit down and I sit down. Cause he seemed like he know what he talking about. He might see something I don't see. Mm. It's it's okay, Easy Street Jen. Now I know that I was supposed to be taking Claritin right after the shot. So that's why I'm here to tell people if they ever have to take those 3 shots for their white blood cell count. If their white if they say your white blood cell count is too low and they tell you they have to give you 3 shots, please, please, please ask them, do you have to take Claritin with it? Because if you don't, you will be in a lot of pain. He gonna tell my husband, y'all, let me get off here before they link up both of them some country boys. So you know how when them country boys get together, they gonna get their woman in place. So let me get on off here. So until next time, gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to let y'all know I'm alright. I just gotta keep taking this dang gone Claritin until these shots get out my system. But I'll be back dancing in no time. Gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye. Oh.